So we're live at Kiwi's tonight, Friday night live at Kiwi's. You need to start doing regular lives on your channel.
You think so?
I absolutely know so.
Okay.
You should probably use this one to kickstart your own. On Kiwi's custom country crunchy
Krispy Kreme
cookies.
donuts.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's it.
So how's everybody doing tonight? This fine Friday night before Christmas. Got any big plans for Christmas? What do you
No,
get?
no. Well, I mean, we've got my in-laws and stuff are over for Christmas from
Yeah.
New Zealand, so that will be fun. You know, all the mother-in-law jokes can roll in at this point.
Did you get anything cool for us?
No.
Jesse
There's a whole
Zankowski's
week
first.
left, Tony. There's a whole week.
Oh, all right, okay. Okay.
I'll give you like, one of the things I did have on your list, mate, is maybe to get for you is like a whiteboard, so you can do lines and spell out Kiwi classics and customs. And I figure if you do like 1,000 lines,
Yeah.
you probably get it right.
You know, if you got these shirts made up,
Well,
I
that's
could
true,
just
yeah.
read the shirt. I
Yeah.
could print them upside down, so I go like this.
Two hacks is Tony and Kiwi.
What's
Oh,
happening, man?
Squirrel.
How are you?
Hey, bud, how you doing?
The true voice of reason says, "What's up, guys?"
So you know, you are aware that I officially ran out of content on September 14th.
I did get a kind of hint of something happened.
September 14th, 2020.
2020.
Yeah, it was a Saturday afternoon, and we ran out of content. And that was the end, and that's why I come here to steal your content. You know that?
Yeah. What can I say? No, you don't ever seem to be short of content, but I gotta say, there's always something going on.
But I'm always robbing content from you, according to the troll farm.
Hey, I ring you up and say, hey, we got this interesting going on, and you come over, so you're not stealing anything.
No, it's
Yeah.
mutually
Beneficial.
beneficial.
Yeah, yeah.
So I'm sure everybody here in the comments is sub to Kiwi, right?
Oh, they have to be.
Yeah, they should be.
Yeah, you are all sub to Kiwi, of course, and you watch all of his videos and buy all of his rhetoric and propaganda and
Oh,
the car.
I thought it was. Oh, that's my lovely wife.
Oh, why isn't she here?
What? She's with her mum and dad
Oh,
doing Christmas stuff.
well, why don't they all come here and then we can have a family get together?
Well, maybe next Friday.
Do you all talk funny like that?
We all talk funny like this. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. What if?
We,
Yeah.
we need to take questions.
Subtitles. Subtitles. So you translate.
We need to take questions from the audience that can only be answered with either yeah or yeah.
Okay. Let's see how this evening's gonna go.
You can make fun of Tony's accent. That's fine.
Feel free.
Okay, so let's see. Michael Asher says, "How's the black Mustang doing? That you had to move the engine back quite a ways."
That's just over here, just out of camera shot. That's
Nothing's out of camera shot when we have Uncle Kathy.
well, that's
There it is.
Camera.
camera woman extraordinaire. It's over there gathering too much dust.
Yeah.
Yeah. We've been so busy. It's been the last 6 months has just been insane. So much work and complications with parts availability, timing of parts, trying to juggle jobs around parts, and yeah, we've got a bit behind. And then I was kind of out for 2.5 weeks with COVID. That kind of kicked my butt, and it's very hard to. You just can't find that time back.
And then you went on vacation for
And
2
then I
weeks.
did go on vacation for 2 weeks, yes, which I didn't have a way of getting out of that. But
I had
that's been booked for like 3 years. That holiday was booked pre-COVID, and
Wow.
they kept cancelling the flights and stuff, and it's like, yeah, we got to go.
I had a day off. It was oh god, it was in 1989. It was in like when was it? Like April.
Of 1989,
Yeah,
I
think
don't
it
know.
was April 1989.
Yeah,
It was
I mean,
bitching.
Did you have fun?
Yeah,
Yeah, you
when you
enjoyed
just steal
yourself.
content for everyone else, it's not a hard life. is it?
exactly. When I
Yeah,
just
I mean, you just
float around other people's shops and steal content from them. It's an easy life. I just
It's not a hard kind of 60-hour grind, is it?
no. I lay around most of the day. I smoked open eat Oreos.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Rescued and Restored Garage says, "Hey to both you animals. Kiwi loves musicals. Do you love
Yeah, he
musicals?"
does.
I had a chat with you about that. Yeah, no, that took a moment.
Do you know Holo Dolly?
Yeah,
Come on.
no,
Oklahoma?
I've
Oh,
seen.
Oklahoma.
where the wind comes rushing down.
Yeah, don't give up your day job, David. Like, really.
Let's see. 29 Madman says, so Tony, you guys are gonna drag race? When? When are you drag racing?
Us too?
Yeah, sure.
I didn't know we had a
I
drag
didn't
race.
either, but I mean, we can. What do you want to drag race?
Oh, it'd have to be a Ford against you, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Call me out, Kiwi. Call me out. Which one of my wrecks do you want to like square off against?
One of the heavy ones.
One of the heavy ones?
One of the heavy ones.
Sledgehammer's pretty heavy.
Yeah, there you
Right?
go.
You want to race?
Sure.
Oh, what do you want to go for?
I just got to find a fast Ford first.
Oh, yeah.
Or a customer that doesn't mind me borrowing a car.
Well, you
I
got
could
that-
dust off my Mustang, yeah.
Yeah, I was going to say, you got the thing at the house.
Yeah.
Which is beautiful. What's the name of that video? People, you guys, you want to see what he does like for himself? Like this is just custom work. You got to see what he does for himself. What was the name of that video?
The name of it. It was sneak peek into something like that into Kiwi's garage.
Okay, it's a Mustang that he built.
Yeah.
The KS.
The KSV 9000.
Yeah.
That's a very cool car.
That was a good video. Let me tell you something. I tend to skip forward through videos. Like when you do this for a living, it's like
Right.
you watch a lot of videos and it's like, okay, well, I know what's going to happen after I'll watch the first minute, I'll skip to the middle, and then I'll cut to the chase. So it's like it's a
Don't they
10-minute
call that
video.
ADD?
Yeah, and ADD,
Okay.
exactly. No, but I mean, just to get the point of a video. So somebody I know will post a video because I got to keep up with so many different. So I'll watch the first 30 seconds a minute, get an idea what's going on, skip to the middle, what's the meat of this thing, and then find it. Go to the end for the conclusion.
Right.
That video you did with your Mustang, the walk around, I watched the whole. You had me riveted, and I know you and I know the car, and like,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying. But I was riveted just the same.
That was a very easy video to do. I didn't spend any time thinking about what I was going to say.
That's what made it great.
I mean, I know that car inside out because I built every square inch of it.
That's what made it great.
Yeah, and it did. It did come out pretty good. And had my lovely wife videoing that one too.
Kathy does a better job,
Oh, stop. I'm sure his wife did
I'm
a
just
wonderful
saying.
job.
and only because she's here.
Yeah, it's not what you said the other day when you were here on your own. Yeah.
Right.
Cholton says your shop is so clean. Oh my God.
Turn around.
You're looking at the
No, don't turn
good,
the
the good
camera
area. Everybody's got their messy spots. Even Kiwi.
The magic of stagecraft.
Right.
Yeah. This is a cardboard cutout behind
Did
me.
you see the 4 teardrop scoop I made?
No, I did not.
Oh, brother.
I duplicated a 4 teardrop scoop out of a drain bucket and one of these shock jackets. And it was miraculously accurate.
That's the one you rang me to see if I had one.
Yes.
Right.
Right, you know.
You gotta steal his materials as
I was
well.
going to steal his scoop if he
Yeah.
had one, but he didn't. So
No.
I
So you used a
duplicated
bucket
one.
and a jacket.
I used a drain bucket and a jacket, and I formed the perfect for it. Was you couldn't tell the difference between my reproduction and an original
I
4
have
teardrop.
to watch this video.
No.
Michael Asher says, did the owner of the second Mustang convertible decide to make the sedan into a real convertible?
Oh, okay. I think I know the
Move this
came in. No, I believe it's for sale. But with he's disclosing what it is. That's that convertible that
remember
had
the
been
wacky
turned
bid
into
number.
one from a
Yeah.
sedan. Yeah, it is on the market, and if you don't mind what's been done to it and you're okay with it, then you can pick yourself up a cheap, nice looking Mustang.
We did that video about 3 months ago, and it still gets comments
Right.
today.
Okay. But yeah, I don't know whether it's just me that attracts them, but we seem to get a lot of that kind of BS through the shop.
And everybody I know with a shop
Does that? It's the same thing.
Takes all that stuff.
Yeah, it's a little bit hard to watch after a while. It's like, wow, there's so many people out there doing a bad job. And dishonest, really. Like, there's one thing doing a bad job because you're just not that good at it, but it's
Another thing, when
one thing turning something into something else and not telling people what you've done that you're actually scamming them.
there's a lot of gypsies, tramps, and thieves in our world. More so in
I
yours
was
than
going to say
mine.
something about Italians, but I thought
Yeah.
I'd get it.
More
Aren't
so-
Italians gypsies? Is that the same thing?
No,
Or-
the gypsies are mostly Jews.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Didn't know that.
But
Aren't they Romanian?
Romanian Jews.
Oh, okay.
Um, the
Didn't know you were tuning into the Discovery Channel.
Right.
you get more than like in your world, you'll see more of it than I will. Because I deal with more of the the earthy, hands-on kind of and you deal with higher end cars, customers who have more money than you know what I'm saying? It's like they're spending the cash, they're buying something, they're expecting it to be good.
Yeah.
And my viewers are from the other end of the tracks where they're trying to build something. So you'll come across more thievery. You know what I mean? In your
Oh,
circle.
yes, yeah. I mean, that makes sense. Yeah. Yeah, most of the people that have come into the shops with problem cars have bought it, and spent 20, 30, 40 grand or more. Yeah.
Yeah, Kat?
So Paul wants to know, what are your thoughts on the situation with the Freedom Factory?
Oh,
The Freedom Factory?
yeah. Cletus McFarland,
I know, the name's familiar.
big YouTuber, but
Okay.
kind of like out of your realm,
Right.
right? Kind of like out of my realm too, but yeah, that's the common thing. That's always been, for as long as there have been racetracks, there have been people putting up subdivisions next to them. It's not a new phenomenon. Drag strips, racetracks tend to end up on, solid ground, you know what I mean, flat ground with a lot of area around them, and it's like, it just so happens that that's exactly the best place to put a subdivision. So that's something that's been going on since the beginning of time. I think he might be okay because his city council is going to be more likely to work with him and make amendments because of his popularity. We'll see what happens.
So they're trying to shut them down.
Not trying to shut him down, but he sees the handwriting on the wall. They're putting in like 4,500 houses in a property adjacent to the racetrack. So he's like, well, as soon as they put the houses up, we're done. But it's still 4 or 5 years, like they're in the planning stage now. So they're just going to get the approval, and nobody's actually ready to break ground and start putting houses up. But
It's
the
coming.
handwriting's on the wall, and he's like, I don't want to invest my time and my money in this place.
Right. That happened back in New Zealand. There was a speedway track in my city where I was from, and it had been there for decades. And it was in an area that wasn't so good, but fairly close to the inner city. And basically, like gentrification happened,
Right.
and the nicer houses kept coming in closer and closer, and they all played up very hell, because of the noise. And they almost had it shut down, and then it kind of got a second chance. And I'm not sure whether Western Springs is still going. If you're going to Kiwi watching, let us know if Western Springs actually still a thing.
That happened in my home track.
Yeah.
Englishtown.
It's really not. They were there first. The track was there first, and then people are buying houses and then complaining about the noise. It's like, really, you didn't know?
That happened with my home track in Englishtown. Back in the 60s and the 70s. The 70s when I started going there, it was literally in the middle of nothing in New Jersey, And then little by little, the neighborhood started encroaching and got closer and closer. And the track was always fighting legal battles, constantly fighting a legal battle to stay open. And I remember one year, I was like, how bad can this possibly be that they're all, and one year I went in the back way of the track because the front was and I noticed that there were like neighborhoods like right up against like the shutdown area that like I didn't normally see because I would come in from the other end of the track.
Right.
Well, they gotta go.
Marie Dorflinger-Slee says, I hope he's out there heating for you. Are you heating this place for us?
Yes.
And to ask you about your Italian jacket.
Hey,
I've got a really
Hey.
nice Italian jacket that I bought in Devon.
nice. Where is it?
Yeah.
For me?
No. Nobody, not even Murray's allowed to wear that. Gee.
All I get from you is content, Kiwi.
I'll see if Murray will bake you a Christmas cake. That'll rock your world.
You know, I did get something from you.
What's that?
No, not that.
That was off camera.
I did get something from you.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. When did we meet? It was about 12, 13 years ago?
Yeah, about, hang on, I've been here I've been in the States for 14 years. Probably about 11 years ago,
About
yeah.
11 years ago?
Yeah.
And we met because you bought that 340 Duster, the parts car,
Yeah.
right? And you remember you gave me a pair of slicks?
No.
I went with you to dig the car out,
Yes, that's right.
right?
Mm-hmm.
And it was the guy's estate sale. Well, not estate
Yep.
sale, his sister was.
Deceased estate, yeah.
Right, right. You know, I still kept his helmet. I have his
Yeah,
helmet.
no, you brought it to me.
Yeah.
Was
no,
it this
no,
one?
no,
that was
no.
another
I
one.
have his helmet in my garage because I was like, this guy had such a miserable life.
Right.
You know what I mean? I said, but he was happy when he wore this. So I said,
Right.
this is a good luck charm.
There you
So
go.
I still have his helmet in my garage at the house. But anyway, we cleared the stuff out, and I bought some parts from you, and then there was a set of slicks. It was a set of 10.5 by 29 slicks. Do you remember?
Vaguely.
And you said, here, take these.
Okay.
Those are the ones that are on Slake Hammer.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and I only realized.
Oh, so
the
they're
other
well
day.
cured now then.
What's that?
They're well cured.
Well, no, they're fine. They're in good shape. They're not dry rotted or anything like that.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's
they got it then. They were probably a good 5, 6 years old by the time you got them.
Yeah. They wouldn't have been new. No.
But I had them at the house, and then it was just the other day I was working on the car, and I said, "Where the hell did I get those tires from?" Kiwi.
There you go.
Yeah.
There you go.
Falconer X sent you $3.05. Buy a
thank you.
house near a track or airport, buyer's fault. You
So,
would think.
Common sense.
Right. What's up, Zero? What's
Zero,
up,
what's
Fubar?
happening, man? Zero said something in a comment. What was it? And whatever it was, it's gonna stick. As I said, that's
1
pure
second.
Zero brilliance. What
Swamp
was it?
Rat says, Happy Christmas, John and Yoko, and you too, Mark.
Yes, happy Christmas.
Kiwi.
Oh, that
Happy
thing.
Christmas.
That thing, it's for you, Tony.
Yeah, it's
Oh.
it follows me around the
It
room.
does. He's just going to join in the show.
It's like a tumor with a stick.
Tumor with a stick. A,
Kids are
a
cute.
hairy
People
tumor?
love-
Yes.
People love them.
What was it? Oh God, what was it now? I was running through the comments real quick on, I guess it was yesterday's video, and Zero threw something. Zero named Slaghammer. Zero's one of our mods. He's been
Okay.
with us for, and I'm sure they'll mod for you too once you get your lives going.
Okay.
I don't want to speak for the guys, but
Right. Right.
it's like a family. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, but what was it now? Zero, what did you comment on today or yesterday? Because I was just blowing through the comments real quick, and I saw one that you,
Scarface?
Scarface,
What's that? What's Scarface?
the block.
Oh, the block.
Yeah.
I
So
didn't
the
see
block
that.
is officially, that engine is officially Scarface.
Mule engine I named Scarface.
That's it.
Nice. Awesome. Let's see. Pico 67 SS says you would think the gearheads would buy the property around the track and then they wouldn't have a problem. They're all poor. They spend money on their cars. They can't buy the property.
Well, that was one of the things that Cletus was talking about at the end. Because I watched the video he put out, and he was talking about it at the end. He says that the developer came to him after they had this meeting, this zoning meeting, and suggested that maybe they turn that corner of the property that's closest to the track into like a racer's village, which wouldn't be. They were going to do that right over here
No, really?
in Nolansville.
No, yeah.
They were going to put up a subdivision, a high-end subdivision, that was supposed to have a road race course through the middle of it, and the city nixed it.
Right. Mm.
Oh, yeah, they didn't want it in Franklin. They were like, no. Let's see. Zero says you're welcome as always. Ari, what's going on?
Ari,
Dripping Glass says, hey, everyone. Buck Nasty says, Kiwi, should drag you over here to check out the car scene, UTG on tour. Where's over here?
Yeah, who's over
I
here?
don't know. Charles Manson wants to know, you still going to weld up that combustion chamber on that 318 head?
yes,
No, really?
yeah,
Huh.
yeah. That's my new fascination is flux core welding different pieces of cast iron. It's my new hobby.
Flux core welding? I
I just welded up a big block of Chrysler yesterday. You don't watch my videos, man.
don't have time.
He doesn't watch our videos.
Oh, lots of people don't watch our videos.
But that doesn't stop it from commenting.
No, we found that out yesterday, as a matter of fact. There were more comments before the video was even
Yeah, I had
up.
a big block Chrysler with freeze cracks
Oh.
on the water jackets.
Right.
And I was going to drill, I was going to pin it.
Oh yeah.
But the way the crack ran, it was like the thick area of the block at the bottom and the thin area at the top, and I would have to drill like through thick and thin. Like there's no way I'd be able to tap that.
Make it happen.
And yeah, it was all going to go in an angle, so I said, to hell with it. I'll try welding it. So the block was cold. I've tried welding cast iron before. Obviously, it's a thing you try to do to save stuff as you go through life, and it always cracked and shit.
Yeah.
So I said, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to go just a little at a time and keep it cold. And that's what I did. The crack was about yay long, and I stitched it together going about 3/4 of an inch at a time. And the block never got hot. And I peened it to stress relieve it after every
Right.
bead. Perfect. It filled in perfect. And people are like, it's gonna let go. You got no penetration. Jesus. No. I got plenty of penetration because as you're welding it, you can see the pool. As you weld and you're moving, you're a welder, but I mean, people aren't. You can actually see the pool. You'll know when you're getting penetration because the metal on either side of your arc is liquefying. So you're obviously getting penetration. So it welded
It's
out
okay.
perfect.
Buck Nasty says New Zealand. That's where the racing scene
New
is.
Zealand.
That you need to go to.
Well, yeah, I was back earlier this year, back in New Zealand, but I didn't get to see anything that was going on. Unfortunately, I was busy. But yeah, no, maybe next year we'll be back in New Zealand.
Marie says, Mum asked, what is the car you have behind you both?
A Chevelle,
Mm.
67,
Yeah.
66 Chevelle.
CD USA. Gee, I always love this. That's such a nice
We do
detail on
let
these
the
cars.
odd GM product in the shop, if it's a particularly nice example, but we
No,
do
yeah.
have fairly high standards in here,
Yes.
which I mean you wouldn't necessarily know. But,
By
you know.
Tony being here, right?
When I was about 5, when this car was new, I
Yep.
was eye level to this, and I remember this.
Oh, okay.
Yes, of course. And this is a detail that always stood out on these cars that I always remembered. It's just, to me, it's just beautiful.
Yeah.
So did you ever see the commercial? It's one of these like drug commercials. With the side effects of bleeding and death and all this other shit.
Well, there's a few commercials like that. Yeah.
There's hundreds of them, right?
Yeah.
They all have the same like lethal side effects. But I can take this thing anyway.
Yeah.
So,
See, 1995, 2 for 1.
so there's this one where this guy's got bleeding. His problem is bleeding. Like this
Okay.
unspecified thing. He just bleeds, right? Well, you can't make this up, okay?
Yeah.
You can't make this up. So naturally during the first part of the commercial, he's having his existential crisis because he bleeds. Ugh, bleeding. so this doctor hooks him up with, I think it's like Xarelto or some drug like that, right?
Right.
And he's like, suddenly he's on this like drug that stops his unspecified bleeding. So he goes into a travel agent's office, right? And he just he points to a picture on the wall and he goes, New Zealand!
It was played constantly for a long time.
Yeah,
It
it
was the only commercial that was
It
ever
made me give
on.
up on TV. I couldn't take
Right.
it anymore.
So we can watch the bleeding commercial.
Bleeding.
New Zealand.
New Zealand.
All right, Falconer X sent you $6.66.
Thank you, my evil friend.
6.
It says Tony and Kiwi, build a cheap hot rod with fit and finish.
Build a cheap hot rod with fit and finish.
Fit and finish, yeah.
Can't be done.
Yeah, that's like wanting 3 of 3. You can have 2 of 3, but yeah.
Can't be done. Fit and finish takes time and
Yeah.
energy and effort, which is why none of my cars have fit nor finish.
Right.
Okay,
You don't work on anything.
Of course, I don't work on
Right.
anything either. I come here, I handle some of his dirty parts, and then I run over to the shop. So it looks like my hands are.
So that's who's coming in here and making a mess.
Yes, I break in early in the
Coming
morning.
in the morning and think,
You rub your hands on the
I
floor.
rub my hands on all of your dirty parts, and then I go back to my shop and make
Yeah.
videos, and people think that my
You
hands
work,
are dirty.
right.
It's
there
like,
you go.
yeah.
There you go.
Peter Kovac says, what was that about New Zealand banning ice engines?
Banning ice engines.
Yeah,
Internal combustion.
right.
Oh.
Ice engines.
They are pushing very hard to go to electric cars, like a lot of countries. And they're putting very high taxes on bigger vehicles, like the Ford Lightning, stuff like that, the utes or trucks. The New Zealand government's really hammering down on that kind of thing, anything with a little bit, and with a big engine. Now, we're talking in New Zealand terms, so a big engine is like over 2.5 litres, which is not really very big.
That's a Pepsi.
But
The size of
it's
a Pepsi.
like $19 a gallon for gas. So you don't have many. There's a lot of hot rods in New Zealand, but
They don't get
not
used
many hot
every
rod
day.
daily drivers. No.
James Mansour says, say hello to Kiwi from the Aussie. Tell him you lost in the football. Laugh out loud. You lost in the football.
Yes, I know. Never mind.
How did you guys make out in the World Wars?
The World Soccer World Cup.
No, the World Wars.
The World.
WWI,
Literally,
WWII,
okay.
the big one. How did you guys make out with that?
Well, we had quite a few people go to fight with the Allies and stuff. So New Zealand was part of a thing called ANZUS, which is Australia, New Zealand.
You were on our side.
Yeah. Well, not the and what side was Italy on again?
Oh no, I mean, yeah.
Mm.
My family was already here by then.
Oh, okay then.
My grandfather was on Normandy.
Oh, really? That's cool.
Gypsy J.
A
What?
few years after the war.
Oh,
No. He stormed the beach.
he'll come and haunt you.
Gypsy J Rides says, what's the status of Kiwi's 440 hot rod? And after seeing the subtle changes to his custom Mustang, does he have any mods in mind for it?
For the 440, yeah, it's just outside the door out here. Time is. I wish I could buy it, but you can't.
So it's off your radar for now.
Well, it's not too far off. I got some. Actually, went out and bought some steel the other day for to do the subframe connector. So it's percolating back here, but there's just several cars we just.
And you were saying the other day
out.
you're going to do a whole video on fabricating those subframe
Yeah,
connectors. You have your
subframe
own way of doing it.
Yeah.
Much better than anybody else's way. So you need to. Should we tell people to sub to his channel again?
You should, yeah.
You guys, of course, they're all sub to your channel. These are good quality people.
That's right.
Yeah.
Why are we?
Did you legit lose?